the 2003 State 2A Championship.
We've got a couple seniors going at it here in the Millard room. TJ Starley took 4th last year in state, comes to us tonight with a record of 34-1. A bunch of first place tournaments this year, including Las Vegas Classic, Viewmont, North Sanpete, 2A duels, Uinta tournament, and the region tournament. Matt Edwards, also a senior, has a record of 43-5. He won the Cedar tournament, took 3rd at Vegas, 1st at Gunnison, and 2nd at the 2A duel. So these guys have wrestled each other all year long, in the room and out of the room. Starley on your right of the screen right now in the red ankle band, and Edwards in the green. So two very, very good, strong wrestlers here coming from the same room, really pushing each other. Let's see, the JV guy can pull one off. He's in on a good shot there, but a good follow and counter there by Starley.
Well, you notice that the Millard corner's a little less animated than they were one match before here, as we just watched a great match at 152. Edwards puts a nice cradle in. Excuse me, Starley puts a nice cradle in. Picks up 3.
Saw right when he got us 3 there, he let it go and says, I'm going to try and go back. That's just a great cradle there. He's going to create some position there. Get 3 more. Ref says you've got it. So Starley now has an 8-0 lead here with only 10 seconds left in the first period. Edwards working on some hand control here. Starley's got that back ankle trap kind of with the flat ankle ride. As time expires, TJ Starley and Millard's going to take an 8-0 lead in the second round.
That's a big time lead. That's a big jump in the first round to get out that far ahead against a quality opponent. And anybody that makes it to the state championships is absolutely a quality opponent. So here we go, second round. Starley takes down, working on his stand-up. Nice job with hand control.
Talking about quality opponents, Mike, Matt Edwards, who's the trailing right now 8-0, had to wrestle a guy by the name of Trace Wells in the semifinals. Trace Wells was a return state champ, and Edwards went ahead and knocked him out of the tournament. Wells did a great job coming back through the bottom of the bracket and ended up taking 3rd, but Edwards had to pick him off to get in the finals tonight. So we've got an injury here. You never want to see this, especially in the state finals, and we've got the medical staff out there. They're going to take the best care possible of Matt Edwards as he's down right now.
You know, as we take a moment, and they're looking to see what looked like was a knee. Got it hyperextended somehow as he rolled out. But as they look at that, but you know, the entire Millard town and school needs to be congratulated for what's going on down there in terms of their wrestling program. They've got a great junior high coach. They got a great junior high coaches. Wrestling's a kind of a sport that these athletes don't just show up in the room one day and all of a sudden they're at this level. It's very, very rare for someone not to be developed over a long, long time. And they've got it going on down there in Millard. And they've turned that program around here over the last 5 or 6 years. And it takes a lot of people to do it. Great coaches, great support from the faculty and staff, and then great athletes. And they just need to be congratulated for what they're doing down there. They've now won the state championship multiple times, and going into it, they've got the tournament wrapped up by the quarterfinals the last couple of years. So here we go. We're going to determine if we continue wrestling or not. The new rule states that in 90 seconds I decide I'm going to wrestle, and if I can't go, then we're done, but if I can, we do. And looks like he's all right, so that's good news. Walking on that knee, looks like it planted on the mat a little bit, hyperextended as he went back, so now they're going to step up and we're going to wrestle. So here we go.
Whenever you ding a knee like that, that's real tender, and so we'll watch the rest of the match, see if he bangs that anymore. Starley comes right back up to his feet, works on hand control, whizzer and on the head, gets the escape. Now has a lead of 9-0 with a minute 15 seconds left here in the second period. So just echoing what Mike said, the Millard team's just done a fabulous job. They've actually been one of the funner teams to watch here this weekend, Mike, as they've been very emotional in their wins and also in their losses, but I didn't see too many losses this weekend.
Well, you don't. When you win the tournament by the kind of points these guys put up, you don't see too many. But great town, great community, and they like wrestling. So Starley's now sitting on a 9-point lead as we come into the last 30 seconds of the second round.
Mike, you're an expert wrestler, you're an expert trainer. For the young wrestlers who are watching this and who are going to be state champs one day, what do you do when you're down 9-0 and in the state finals to such a worthy opponent?
Well, you want to battle on your feet, and you want to take him off his feet to his back. So you're working on 5-point moves. That's why freestyle and Greco are fun ways to supplant your training, because you're working on those kinds of moves that can take a guy right to his feet. And just like the match we saw before, Monroe won that championship by head throw, scored him 4 points. How do you beat a great guy? You beat him on the feet and you take him to his back. So if you're down 9, you need to stay on your feet. Now he's going to go down underneath. I don't know that that's the best decision, because first of all, if he does get out, it's 1. He pretty much was ridden the other time that he was down. I would make a liar out of me by getting to his feet quickly. But I don't know that I wouldn't have stayed on my feet, because even if I don't score, I at least have the potential of being on my feet. Now maybe his knee's hurting after that time and he wants to get back on the mat, but if I need to score big points, I need to do it from my feet. And the percentage is that I can score big points against the quality component better by being on my feet. Because unless I got a kill shot that I can turn him with, I need to be on my feet and try to throw him, try to take him down. And even if I take him down with a good old double leg, I need to cover that hip and get right to that head and finish right to the back. That's why young wrestlers should be, when they drill takedowns, they shouldn't stop at getting him off his feet. They should stop when they got him on his back.
It looked to me like when Edwards did stand up there here at the beginning of the period, he was pretty injured on that knee. I imagine that's hurting a little more than he's leading on right now in this match. Pretty gutsy move here to finish off the match, especially with such a hurt knee like that.
Well, and that's true. That's true, and he's doing a good job, and both men should be congratulated. But getting back to that winning at that, your little brother Brian, we spent a lot of time one week when he won a region championship in junior high school in a good tournament against, I think there were 14 teams at the tournament. But we spent a lot of time about making your shot happen, and then once you've got the double leg to the hip, immediately covered to the head, and he did that in the championship match. So if I've got to score big, I want to score big on my feet. So that's what my attitude needs to be. But my work ethic needs to be that in the room, when I'm practicing, I need to practice that way. I need to practice taking that guy off his feet, putting him on his back, and scoring either the fall or at least the points.
Dan Gable, the legendary coach from Iowa, always said perfect practice makes perfect. And speaking of perfect, Matt Edwards just about wrestled the perfect match, TJ Starley wrestled the perfect match tonight. Just did a great job completing a great senior season, going 35-1. Congratulations to your 2003 2A state champ at the 160-pound division, TJ Starley.